Hey guys, it's Ben here with MTM. Today's video is going to be about self-defense ammo, what you should look for and what you should avoid, and also what I carry and what has brought me to the ammo that I do carry. Today's video is going to be about those self-defense loads for both your concealed carry and also for your rifle and shotgun. Okay, let's get into the video. So what we are looking for here is a round that has stopping power, that can stop the threat, but that does not over-penetrate, so go through your target or through walls. We also want a round that we have experience with. This is just training using your self-defense ammo, even though self-defense ammo is more expensive than normal training ammo. We want to make sure that it cycles correctly through the firearm. So part of this is you searching and doing research, but another part is finding a couple different ammunition types that you like, cartridges, and testing them on the range. So let's get into it. The two that I suggest for handgun are from Federal, and one is Federal HST, which is the one in my left hand, and then Federal Hydroshock, which is in my right hand. Now, if you can tell, they're pretty much the same exact round. They're both hollow points. However, the Hydroshock has this little center stem here that helps with the expansion of the hollow point. They are covered with this blue. The Hydroshock isn't. It might be, I think. Yeah, it is. But it's covered in this blue protective, like glue around the edges, so when you're carrying this ammo, moisture does not get in there and prevent the powder or the primer from working. Obviously, when you want it to work, you need it to work, and you'll be carrying these rounds most likely for months on end, so that is a really good option for you. I really like these. These load very consistently for me in my Glock 47. I have tried Hornady Critical Duty, which is another great round. However, I have had bad experience with that round loading into the chamber. And also, I have tried, what was it? Norma. I forget their self-defense ammunition hollow point, but that one I also had problems loading into my gun. So that's just something to be aware of. For handgun, you do not want to carry full metal jacket. This is a great round for training. However, it is not a good round for self-defense. This will zip right through walls, barriers, and your target, which you don't want because, say, there's a civilian or somebody on the other side that doesn't deserve to get shot. That's when this round would really, really be bad. So I would not recommend carrying this. Also, a good rule of thumb that I forgot to mention is to use a round consistently through all your magazines. Do not put 3 different kinds of ammo in a magazine. That is some hood rat stuff, and that it's just going to mess up a whole lot of stuff. So really would not recommend that. All right, so that was it for the concealed carry. Let's move on to shotgun actually. So what's recommended for shotgun is double-aught buckshot. They sell specifically home defense rounds of buckshot. Make sure, again, these feed correctly into your shotgun, and make sure you're testing them before you commit yourself to one type of company or cartridge type. Again, make sure that they fit in your rifle. This is 2 3/4 inch shell, and obviously there are some shotguns that this will not go into, and vice versa. So that is what I have for my self-defense, or excuse me, home defense round for shotgun. Would not recommend slugs, even though the buckshot is still very powerful and can still go through walls, especially drywall. The buckshot is more likely to not, and also is still contained enough, unlike birdshot, where it's not just going to go everywhere. You don't want birdshot for home defense, because that will, it's still deadly, but it's not a sure way of stopping the threat. So buckshot it is. Slugs, these just have so much power in them that it will 100% go through any barrier through your target. So obviously if you're shooting towards a target and your children's room is behind them, that is a problem, to say the least. So would not recommend slugs for that option. Though it's not, the slug is not like the full metal jacket for concealed carry. There are still people that do run slugs. I just would not recommend it. All right, let's move on to rifle rounds. This is the round that I use. I forget what company this is, but basically you want to test this also, just like all the other rounds that I've stated, and you want to make sure that it is a soft point or something that is expanding, like the carry ammo that I showed you before. This is one of those. It just has this orange tip here. It's plastic. It's to help it load into the chamber, but it will mushroom out the actual round here. So this is really good ammo. I've tried this just at the range and shooting some targets, whether that be paper targets or like trees and stuff like that, and you can fish these out. But pretty good ammo. Again, try not to use anything like these two. This is full metal jacket on my left, and this is M855. This is green tip. It's mild steel penetrator here. This will go through a lot of stuff. This is made to go through soft or medium targets, like some very like crappy body armor, and some steel targets as well. Just it's a penetrator round, so this is the opposite of what you want. And then obviously full metal jacket is also will go right through drywall and stuff like that. So just two things to be aware of. Great training ammo and other use cases, but would not recommend these for home defense for your rifle. So that's going to be it for this video. I know it's pretty short, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me. And thanks for watching. I hope this was informative. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you have any questions or any critiques. Would appreciate it. All right, see you guys in the next video. Cheers.